click, clap, blast 'em.
And we are high atop and deep inside world headquarters of JRod and the Boss Lady. And where have we landed this week?
We are at Tank Brewery.
That's right, in Miami, the Tank Brewing Company. I can't say it. The Tank Brewing. Ya estamos mal. Clearly, the beers have been flowing, and thankfully, you've got your Booze Bandage on.
Yes.
We'll get into that. Booze Bandage, the official sponsor of JRod and the Boss Lady, the anti-hangover patch. You put it on, it gets into your bloodstream through your skin.
Vitamin B1 gets into, not the patch. Vitamin B gets...
Come at the end, no? You're worse than me.
It's a transdermal patch that delivers vitamin B1, so then that way it helps you prevent hangovers, so it's good. And it's good even if you don't drink. If you don't drink, it's good just for metabolism, just overall well-being.
Hey, I sent my kid out drinking in Wynwood.
Oh, wait, the oldest one.
Claro, not the little ones. The little ones drink at home. The oldest one, I sent her out, put a Booze Bandage on her, woke up the next day, tranquila. Tranquila y tropical.
That's right.
So thanks to Booze Bandage. BoozeBandage.com. Remember, log on, your first order, 30% off if you put in the code
Boss Lady.
That's right. And you can enjoy it here at Tank Brewing Company, 5100 Northwest 72nd Street in Miami. Go to thetankbrewing.com. Their Instagram and Twitter is The Tank Brewing. So we thank Carlos, Diego, Stefano, everybody for letting us come in there. You're drinking a hef. I'm drinking this nice little fruity, citrusy guy, thanks to the Tank and Booze Bandage. So we're ready to get after it after another awesome week. We got through Dorian.
Yes.
Things are starting to, hopefully for the Bahamas, they're not going to get normal for a while,
well,
but at
Bahamas,
least
no. So you guys could.
But
still
at least
go
the
donate.
process has begun over there.
Speaking of donating to the Bahamas, you saw that the big Michael Jordan donated $1 million.
That's right.
Yeah. So
he scratched out a check.
There we go.
Good.
So even if you don't have $1 million, if you have $10, or just taking some stuff to donate, that'll be extremely helpful to these people.
If you've got $1 million, you may want to come down here to Oktoberfest at Tank Brewing. They're rolling out some beers like Prost, La Playita, Oktoberfest, Doppelbock, Old Bavarian, A Night in Vienna. I remember A Night in Vienna once. Yeah, she was Vienna. That was her name. That was her stripper name, Vienna.
Vienna. When I hear Vienna, I think about Vienna sausage.
Yeah, you're starting already. You're starting already. I love it.
That's where my head goes.
Your head goes exactly where it needs to go. So good stuff. So let's get started now. This is going to be the money episode of JRod and the Boss Lady. By the way, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, SoundCloud.
Everywhere you find a podcast, you could find us. And JRod is on Twitter and Instagram at
JRod Show.
And I am at 305 Miami 6924.
So now we've taken care of all our business, we can get to the shenanigans and the hilarity that ensues. So we talked about money. This is the money issue. And NFL season has begun, speaking of money. And Odell Beckham Jr., always controversial, not as controversial as your boy Antonio Brown.
No.
But that's a whole different
story.
That's a whole other show.
That's a whole other cosa. That's another one that I can't not log on to any app and notifications of Antonio Brown. I said, I'm over it. Move on.
Everything from playing the Raiders, now he's being sued for sexual assault.
I'm over it, Antonio.
And meanwhile, the Patriots. Oh, yeah, Patriots.
I see what you're doing there, Gronk. I saw that tweet.
His Twitter account says he's still a New England Patriot. He'll be back week 14. He'll be back for the playoffs.
I think Gronk will be back. But... So Odell, what's old dirty bastard doing?
Well, Odell Beckham Jr. has always. Now, I'm a big watch guy. I like big watches. I like it, but I've never really do you wear your watch when you go work out?
Well, I mean, this one just because it has my tomorrow. If I'm going swimming.
But a nice watch. I mean, listen, those Apple watches are nice, but
this is like an actual fit, like Fitbit, but like a nice Rolex or something to go work out. No,
well, I got Rolex, but on steroids. Odell Beckham Jr. wore a Richard Mille RM1103 flyback chronograph.
Fancy.
$350,000 that watch cost.
To what? To a practice?
To the game. To the game that the Browns lost against the Titans. It's not allowed, but he still wore it. He says he wears it everywhere he goes. Clearly, he didn't buy it. Not that he couldn't afford it. Of course, he could afford it.
It's a gift.
But
is it like
that's more than my house.
Okay,
a little bit, but more than my house.
But is it for good luck?
Well, no, because they lost 43-13, so that's out the door.
Well,
but he says he wears it. But oye,
did he play well though?
He always does.
Well, then maybe it's good luck for him. It's not the whole team.
300 and I mean, clearly
it's probably bucket change for him. Obviously, if you think about it, if we were rolling in $1 million, I'd be wearing stupid crap like that too.
Now the NFL has said, "Yo, Odell, my man. I mean, listen, it's better than the pizza and cocaine with two girls, like allegedly." Odell, I see you, Odell. But the NFL said, "Hey, bro, you can't do that," because essentially he's wearing advertising, and in the NFL's, it is basically forget this integrity of the game nonsense. If the NFL's saying if we're not getting a cut, you're not getting a cut.
Yeah.
But I
guess it doesn't.
I don't know if I would leave the house. I don't know if I would leave my room wearing something that costs $350,000.
Well, that's one thing. But imagine if you're like playing against him, and then that thing hits you.
Right? You break it. You break it. You break it. You buy it.
No, that's his problem. But he can hit somebody. It hurt. I mean, it's a big watch.
Well, he says he wears it to practice. He wears it all the time. Doesn't understand the big deal. Yeah, because Richard Mille.
Is he giving him money for it? Like, is he sponsor?
Got to be. I mean, granted, the fact that he's wearing a $350,000 watch, he's got to be some sort of an ambassador. I mean, Richard Mille is a big athlete brand, like Hublot and those things, but that's crazy.
Yeah, I think that, I get it that he wears it all the time, but I'm sorry. Like, you have to follow the rules, and the rules are you can't wear it, so don't wear it. That's simple.
But I mean, it always reminds me of the OG of watch wearers. My man, Reggie Roby, the old punter of the Dolphins back in the 80s. Reggie Roby was a punter, and he wore a watch. I think he wore like a $20 Casio watch.
Well,
but I remember watching him as a kid going, "Yet also, why does he have a watch on?"
Now, at the time.
Punter, I mean, he's always my hang time. But
that's the thing.
Literally, the first person I thought to, and I talked to some media people here, first person I thought to was the OG of this was Reggie Roby.
But they let him wear it?
Yeah.
Well, then too bad. Then Odell can wear it.
Oh, I'll pour one out to Reggie Roby, by the way. R.I.P. to Reggie Roby. Too young, 43 died.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. That is young.
You think he was buried with that watch?
Was he?
I hope so. Big leg up in the air like that, like this.
Oh, man.
I shouldn't do this. It should be this.
Lift
it up.
I think if they let other people wear it, though, then he could wear it.
But, I mean, they'll let him wear it, but he's going to get fined. And ODB was like, well if it's not, he tweeted, if it's not one thing, it's another. But again, do you think that's a little much? That's a little too...
How much is he getting fined for this? Do we know?
I mean, the NFL has a uniform policy, probably, I don't know, $5 grand maybe, and it usually goes to charity.
Every game?
Yeah, every game. I'm sure Richard Mille will be paying for that.
If it's going to charity, let it be. I'll be okay with it.
Yeah, charity called JRod and the Boss Lady.
Yes. But yeah, I think that if the rule applies for everybody, then you just follow the rules.
How much is too much? Like if it was a $10,000 watch, if it was a $50, this is $350,000 watch.
Doesn't matter to him. That's a big deal to us because that's not the type of money that we see coming in all the time yet. But when we do, we're gonna be
thanks to Booze Bandage, though, we're about. They gave us $322.
That's the thing. If to him it's not a big deal. That's why he doesn't care about the fines. He doesn't care about these penalties. He's like, oh, whatever. It's like $2 for us. You know what I mean? It's not a big deal. So now, when you got it like that, you got it like that.
What is a big deal? Now, this would never happen here at Tank Brewing. Never. But have you ever paid a bill and not looked at the receipt? Just here's my credit card. You sign it. Yeah.
Well, I always
order a couple of beers. Here's my card. Ciao.
I never look at the bill until after they've run the credit, and then that's when I have to tip. So that's when I'll look at the bill. But other than that, I don't go through skimming through unless it's something that's ridiculous. But it's hard for me to tell because all my
What's the biggest tab? What's the biggest tab you ever paid?
For drinking?
Yeah.
One night it was like $570 something.
Okay.
But I mean, I was being a lovey-dovey drunkie and buying people shots too.
Oh, was it you were buying or you were on the
No,
receiving end?
I was buying for a lot of people. I was like strangers.
Like
in the
everyone
bar.
here at Tank Brewing.
I was like, okay, you want a shot?
Well, my man Peter Lalore. Or Lalore. But we'll call him Lalore.
I think it's Lalore.
Okay,
I think it's fancy.
He's a beer editor, so immediately he's one of my best friends. He writes for a newspaper called The Australian in Australia, and he was in a hotel in Manchester, England, at the hotel bar, and he ordered a beer, Scottish Caledonian Douchars IPA. Sounds a lot more fancy than it is.
Sounds like a lot of douchebaggery.
Right? So apparently the lady behind the bar, it was only the 6th shift she had ever worked as a bartender.
This is good to clarify.
6th ever.
Okay.
Hopefully she's hot at this point. So he orders the beer. One beer, apparently.
Okay.
Is done. Flips over his credit card. It's got to be a credit card, and you'll see why. Lady runs it. Gives it back to him. My man's about to sign it. And he says, wait a minute. How much is this? Lady gets the receipt. And she just starts laughing. And won't give the receipt back to him. Like, oh, I'll fix it. And he's like, whoa. The equivalent. Now, he's using an Australian credit card in England.
Okay.
The equivalent, he was charged $99,983.64 of Australian currency. Almost 100,000 Australian dollars for one beer.
Which translates to how much US?
68,000 US dollars.
Okay, that's still ridiculous.
50,000 pounds in England. No. She was supposed to ring up £5.50, but rang up 55,000 pounds, which shot up to 68,000 American and almost 100 grand Australian dollars for one beer. Didn't even get a handy. Didn't even get a rub. Didn't even get a
like
a little tickle spot right there.
That's gonna make it better. That's still
well,
not worth that.
At least bueno.
That's still not worth that
now,
much.
I have infinite amount of questions.
First of all, stay in school, kids.
Okay. First of all, that girl should be at Hooters. No offense to Hooters, but.
Hey, my Hooters girls haven't had any issues like that. No issues.
That usually
like
happens at Vegas at certain strip joints, but that's
a different.
That's another
making mistakes in the champagne room.
Have another drink.
In the champagne room.
Here, take this pill. It's like vitamins, except different. So, my infinite amount of questions. Number one, how did his credit card not get declined for $100,000?
Apparently, being a beer
for a newspaper. Who says newspapers are dead?
I know. Apparently, you make good money doing that. Apparently, in Australia, I need to.
Okay, first of all, if I tried to ring up $100,000 on my credit card, the SWAT team would come down from the roof. In a helicopter, 7 guys with lasers and masks would throw me on the ground and do a cavity search.
Be like, child, please. No. 100,000 is shoot. If they try 1,000.
They would come back and be like, listen, we're going to have to keep this credit card, and the cops are coming. So I would get in your car and leave at this point.
That's crazy, though. How did that card get? Do you think it
went through?
But do you think it was because it was international that it?
Well, he's clearly got some sort of an.
Or do you think that he has that much bread?
He probably has that much limit on his card. Maybe it's a black card. Maybe it's a platinum. Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, Peter.
Give us a call.
Pay for play. It's okay.
I'll buy you a beer.
I can pimp her out.
Come here. Oh, you're pimping me out?
Claro.
I'm pimping myself up.
No. This is America. This is. Come on now. After all we've been through, you won't let me pimp you out? Selfish.
No, I'm pimping you out.
Okay, that's fine. What's the split?
69.
But am I actually gonna get paid? Do I actually get paid?
At the JRod.
Do I call you all? Come tomorrow?
Yeah,
maybe next time.
We get paid on the JRod and the boss lady.
No, what happened? My dog ate the invoice.
We're respectable business people.
Chanchullo. That was the Spanish word of the day last time.
Yes, we're respectable business people. We hold our end of the bargain.
Now, to add insult to injury to my man, not only did he get $100,000 charged to his Australian credit card, because it's an international transaction. Remember, he's got an Australian card. He got charged another 2,500 Australian dollars transaction fee.
I'm assuming that all of that was clarified and the money's back. But
Well, according to
what if-
Peter's tweets,
But what if like that's your only card and then it got maxed out or
Right.
something, and then now the rest of your trip, by the time that they give you the money back and everything, what if you like have no more money?
well, according to Pete LaLure over here, he says
he's
that
loaded.
they refunded the transaction fee immediately,
Okay, good.
but it's still the 99 grand
Was still
is
there.
still pending. Yeah. I know a guy who's doing the books if it's pending.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'll get you next week.
Hold on.
Mañana.
But
Here, I'll give you a check.
That's awful.
Can you imagine? And how do you explain that to your wife?
I'll give you a check.
What happened was I was at the bar.
At the
Yeah,
bar.
Cabron.
Well, he's a beer editor, right? So at least she knows. She has to know.
I hope at least it's the company credit card.
I mean, for that.
I mean,
amount of
listen,
money?
I've had company credit cards that were pretty high value, but I think my company would be like, "Oye, compadre, 100 grand."
Be like, what were you doing? Who'd you pay here? That's the thing.
At least
I'll
it
be
was hopefully it was
suspicious.
two.
Yeah, at least.
I mean, how does that go through?
Again, I mean, either he's loaded or it's a company car who's a company card who obviously the company's loaded. Either way, I need to work for this company.
Right. That doesn't happen here at the Tank Brewing, though.
Were you gonna do an Australian accent?
What, did you see my face? Did you see me? Right. Crikey! What's this, mate? Where's my man Martin? Crikey! Put another shrimp on the barbie. That's a knife. That's a knife.
Why did I even open my mouth? This is usually my.
Because you know, good things happen when you open it.
No, not all.
Just squeeze. Oye, the Tank Brewery, I think we're both going through the change. Un calor, but it's a good kind of calor. Remember, ¿tienes calor or are you caliente?
Las dos.
Ah,
Tengo calor
what?
y estoy
Catch up on that
caliente.
Spanish word of the day. Of course, you can
Yes.
catch all our past episodes. This is episode number 9. I was like this, 9. 9 episodes. Go to YouTube, Spotify, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and of course, on Apple Podcast, where all you get your finest podcasts here. It's JRod and the Boss Lady, brought to you by Booze Bandage. Go to boozebandage.com, 30% off your first order. It's
Boss Lady.
Yeah, put in the code Boss Lady. You get 30% off your first order.
Don't say I never did stuff for you guys.
Simple. You get the patch. It's got a little alcohol swab. You put it on a hairless portion of your body. Don't be dirty. You put it on the hairless portion of your
that needs
body
vitamin B too.
with the alcohol swab. You peel the patch off. You put it on yourself, and no more hangovers, amigos. No more hangovers.
Everybody kept asking me on Twitter, like, "Oh, does it work? Does it work?"
It works.
Everybody knows.
Absolutely, it does.
Everybody knows I drink like a fish, and you haven't seen me tweet, "Oh my God, what a hangover!"
All right.
So there you
So
go.
thanks to our boys at Booze Bandage for always hooking us up. And thanks to our guys here at Tank Brewing
Yes.
Company in Miami. Great place.
Yes.
Place is huge. They're going to have a big Oktoberfest celebration. So if you're in the Miami area, come on down. You can go to their
on down.
website,
The beer is
thetankbrewing.com.
right.
That's right, thetankbrewing.com. They make their own beer here. It's an actual brewery. So it's not, you're not going to get the traditional beers. You get their own stuff. Great stuff. I'm having a
Yes.
little citrusy.
I'm having a huff.
You're having a Hefeweizen. A lot of good stuff here. Thetankbrewing.com, Twitter and Instagram at The Tank Brewing. So make sure you check it out. And thanks to Carlos, Diego, and Stefano for hooking us up here at the Tank Brewing Company. So patents. Have you ever thought you had you seen that commercial late at
I have a
night while you're
bunch of-
having a couple of beers?
I have a bunch
If you
of-
have a great idea, we can patent it for you.
I know. I have a bunch of them that I should have patented because I really have come up with a lot of things, and then I see it years later, and I was like, man.
You know what I saw the other day? I thought of you. You know how they have the fleshlights, where it's a sex toy for guys. It's
Yeah.
basically a porn star's female parts, and it's like
Yeah.
a flashlight, and you
Yeah.
put it in your
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Well, they have now a butt version of that, where it's literally an ass, and you just grab it and you.
What is it with you guys and the ass thing,
Well,
man?
I mean, listen. I enjoy it.
There's a perfectly
enjoy a tasty
good
morsel.
functioning kitty cat in the
I
front.
know, but you know what? Sometimes you want to go to the road less traveled. Sometimes it's a bumpy ride, but oh yeah, you get there nonetheless.
No. And anybody that's all like, yeah, any girl, it's like, no. Either they have it like this. It's like, no. That's
Like
not
this?
Yeah, it's like that. It's like a crater, like the Grand Canyon. Like
It's a hot dog. It's a hot dog in a hallway.
Yeah, it's not that fun. A finger, okay.
What
but
if you go in there and you see some dude? Oh yeah, I fell in here 2 weeks ago. Thank you, get me out of here.
Bro, think about it. A finger's okay.
So you're
but
not
putting this into something like this. Like, what are we doing here? What are we working?
You're not into booty play.
It's not. I didn't say I'm not into it, but it's not like something that you go from one day to the next. And be like, hold on, let me bring in this machete and come in here like nothing. It's like no.
You can go to extreme axe throwing in Palmetto Bay if you want to throw that machete around.
Oh, I wanted to throw something with extreme axe throwing. That's for sure. Shout out to all the veterans.
That's right. It's veteran friendly over there in Palmetto Bay. So hang out. Go to episode 8 and check that out.
Yes.
Well, the reason why I was talking about that is that there's patents. Everybody patents everything. And most recently, your boy, LeBron James, he tried to patent the words
Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday. Like he tried to own the words Taco Tuesday.
He didn't start that though.
Right. But so
At
he just
all.
I mean, listen, I'll give him props. I'll give him props because why not?
He does the
What's the word? I mean, he's got $300-400 to apply for a patent.
Have you seen him post his like?
Have you ever seen him
videos?
eat a taco? I've never seen him eat a taco.
Yeah, he does. He posts on Instagram or Twitter. I can't remember which ones, and he does like with his family, and he like records and it's like Taco Tuesday. He's like super happy about it. It's really funny to watch.
I prefer Thong Tuesday.
Of course you do. Of course.
White Pants Wednesday.
No, I still like Taco
You know
Tuesday,
what?
but the other taco.
You know, easy. I like tacos too. Just no cheese.
Ew, no, God.
We're not making bread here, kids.
But you could add some sour cream to it.
Or some hot sauce.
Hot sauce on a taco? Man, you're so Americanized for real.
don't put any. What are we? I think we've both. I think we're using words that we don't know what it means.
What do you mean?
Have you ever gotten a BJ and put an Altoid in your mouth? Don't do it.
No, but I've done it with Pop
Allegedly.
Rocks. Pop Rocks is fun.
Pop Rocks.
It's like beep, 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 beep. Hey, what's going on in there?
Meanwhile, the guy's like this.
Well, he'd do that anyways without the Pop Rocks.
Oh, when? I'll drink to that. Thanks to the Tank Brewing Company.
Oh,
So
Jesus.
LeBron applied for Taco Tuesday. Denied. No. Get out of here. The U.S. Patent and Trademark Office said it's a commonplace term. Get out of here.
Exactly. No.
Ohio State University, the Buckeyes. When you went like this, they refer to themselves as they refer to themselves as the Ohio State University.
Only the university we all know is the.
Now, they applied to trademark the word the or the.
No.
For the Ohio State University.
No, their stupid thing is OHIO.
Well, who's gonna dot the I?
How about they patent that garbage? But the belongs to the U. The U. So Ohio, cut it.
Well, they tried and they were denied. You cannot patent. I mean, that's a little bit too brazen. The
word the.
I want to patent the word a.
No. But it doesn't.
Can I patent the word culo?
I'm pretty sure.
You know what? I'm going to try that.
I'm pretty sure you've done something else.
Listen, if everybody wants to chime in, go to JRod Show on Twitter and Instagram or 305 Miami 6924 Twitter and Instagram. We'll start like a little GoFundMe and we'll all be the owner of the word culo.
Like a community thing.
It's a community culo.
Why does it have to be culo though?
Oh, why not? I think that's the most delicious word in the Spanish language.
That's because you like culo.
Culo. Culo, 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 culo.
See, I like. I can't say. I'm gonna keep it PG.
Chicken sandwich.
PG actually those letters are part of the word that I like. Pintura.
Pingation. Unless you're in Brazil, then you can say pinga all you want. Apparently.
I know, it's a drink.
Don't get me started.
Don't get you started
Episode
with that
1,
story.
my pinga story in Brazil.
Go check it out.
Would you like it with or without pinga? I just got here, bro.
I like it with.
Yeah, I bet you do. So the Patriots, remember the year they were undefeated? Going into the Super Bowl?
Why are we talking about the Patriots
well,
today?
why not?
Why not? Sunday, Dolphins,
you know what's gonna,
Patriots.
You know what's going to happen today. They're going to come.
By
the way, we already gave you my NFL picks. I think I got suckered in.
You've been doing so good with those.
4-0-1 week 1. 4-0-1.
Some money, get it.
And by the way, we want to welcome Win with Sports, our new NFL betting sponsor.
Yes.
Every Friday, NFL picks.
Ooh, What?
Win with
Look
Sports.
at
They're going to help us out. They're going to help you out too.
Yes, get that
Just
money.
just listen to Daddy. Daddy knows. That's what I tell my wife all the time. Daddy knows.
Question. Have you put a bet already for who's gonna win the Super Bowl?
No, not yet. Not yet.
But see, because aren't the odds like pretty crazy right now, right? So like, if you just throw $100 on something that's ridiculous,
I mean, it's so unpredictable.
right now. I know, but what if you like really? Like,
I'm not. I've
it?
never been a big futures guy. Because that's what it's called, a futures bet.
I know this now. It's like relationships. When you were dating, you weren't into the future then either.
I want
I'm
the
seeing
now.
this trend.
The now. Let's go to Vegas this weekend. Then we'll figure it out. We'll go to the Bahamas this weekend.
We ain't going to the Bahamas this weekend unless we're going to go help them.
We go to Nassau. Listen, we'll do a little bit. We'll hang out a little bit in Freeport. We'll do some humanitarian work, and then I'm going to do some humanitarian work on that end.
Listen, that's true.
Up in Nassau.
Giving O's is humanitarian.
O-face. So the Patriots, the year they were undefeated, they tried to patent the word or the phrase 19-0. Of course, they ended up losing in the Super Bowl. Y todo se fue para carajo.
So wait, what is wrong with these people? Why are they trying to patent these things? Like, what are they trying to do?
Money. Like Pat Riley. Pat Riley patented and won the term three-peat when he was at the Lakers.
That's patent?
It is. It's trademarked. It's trademarked. So basically, if you use the word three-peat, you got to pay Pat Riley. Pat, I'll get you next week, buddy. I know a guy owes me. I'll have him pay you.
Pat, I'll pay you in a different way.
I'll send you that guy's address.
I'll pay you a different way, Pat.
All right. I still can't. Pat Riley moving in Saint-Tropez.
Yeah,
I've never seen Dwayne Wade look less coordinated than he did dancing with Pat Riley. Little bearded pirate. That's all, Pat.
Did we talk about this on episode 8? I can't remember because my memory is garbage. But Dwayne Wade saying he's staying in shape just in case.
Just in case. He's staying in shape because Gabriel Union likes that. Likes him playing D.
He practices with LeBron. Speaking of LeBron and his Taco Tuesday. I'm sure they do Taco Tuesday together.
Dwayne moved to L.A. because of Gabriel Union. And, of course, LeBron's out with the Lakers.
Yeah. Those two have super bromance.
Of course, they won some candles. Now, here's Sarah Palin. She was in the news because she's getting divorced. That's right. And marido said, I'm tired of your ass.
What? I didn't know that.
Sarah Palin's getting out. Sarah Palin requested to trademark her name.
Why?
Okay,
so
Sarah Palin.
So nobody uses it because she was like the butt of all jokes.
But also Sarah Palin was like really hot at one point. So every porn star. A porn star friend of mine, Lisa Ann, did a whole series of porn where she played Sarah Palin because she looked like, I don't know if Lisa Ann, the porn star, looked like Sarah Palin or Sarah Palin looked like Lisa Ann, the porn star. But either way, Lisa Ann played Sarah Palin. And she ended up doing a scene, Lisa Ann did, as Sarah Palin with some guy who looked like Barack Obama. It was pure art.
Listen, I don't watch porn, but...
Yeah, you do. You watched it with me. No me vengan con ese cuento. Puro count. Puro count.
What?
You want to be a dentist? No. Tremenda muela.
No, I really don't. But I might have to check this one out, though.
Yeah, I think it was called. I think the video was called Nailin' Palin.
I see what they did there. I like those puns.
Lisa Ann, shout out to Lisa Ann. We got to have her on the show. So the lawyers drew up everything, and it was going to get approved. But it did not get approved because old girl forgot to sign the paperwork.
Surprise, surprise.
So now I own Sarah Palin. Yes!
There's something really wrong with that woman, though, for real.
Oh, but you can see Russia from her backyard. There it is.
I feel bad for her, though, because during the campaign stuff, like, people were, like, nitpicking all types of stuff, like they do for most women.
She didn't help herself.
No, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, just like Uncle Joe Biden's is pooping the bed with the way things he's been saying and his although the way Donald Trump has been doing it's almost fashionable now to just screw things up and say, lo que te sale del culo.
Do you tell your wife your son? She has a son?
Your son. Her son.
Didn't do anything.
So is it not yours? No, tipo es tremendo douchebaggery.
Her face in that interview, though,
it's like Perma who farted face.
I really would love nothing more. People are like, saying different things. I would love nothing more than to go out with her and just get her plastered.
Girl, have another shot of you. Have another.
And then just see what
have
she
another
says.
Jolly Roger, and let's see what happens.
Just see what she says. I think it'll be extremely.
Oh, business is picking up here at Tank Brewing, by the way.
Yes.
Business is picking up.
Oh, I see what
Look
business is picking up.
Business is picking up. Beautiful day here at Tank Brewing Company. Come on out and say hello.
C's and double D's.
If I'd stop sweating for 5 minutes, maybe.
Listen, you can use that sweat for lube.
That's it. They're going into they're going well, but you're honest. They're going into the cigar shop. By the way, there is the cigar lounge here at Tank Brewing.
Yes.
I can't say it. Tank Brewing. Tank Brewing. I can't. I got a hole in my tongue.
That's because he's been doing other stuff with his tongue.
The boy is the eating champion of North America. Chicken sandwiches.
By the way, look at my shirt. I love my shirt.
What does your shirt say? It said, "Thank drugs for God."
Yes. Shout out to True Stroke.
You gotta have your true stroke.
That's right.
More patents gone bad. Harley Davidson wanted to patent the sound of a revving engine. ¿Qué es eso, caballero?
No, ya están
I want to patent me farting.
Ya están comiendo.
I want to patent me burping. ¿Qué es eso?
I definitely should patent me having an orgasm, though. I think somebody beat me to that. Is there a patent on fire truck, the sound they make? Because if there's a patent on that, then I can't get the patent.
You remember you got so mad because you told me you ended up hooking up with some rando?
Wait. No, he wasn't a rando.
All right. His name was Rando. And you were so loud that he told you to shush.
He told me to shush.
He told you to shush. Don't tell a woman in mid-orgasm to shush.
He's lucky he was a Marine.
Semper Fi.
That's right.
The few, the proud. The boss lady orgasms. Donald Trump tried to trademark "You're fired." Denied.
But you can't.
That's at least kind of.
But I mean, that really is his. What he was before he became president. That was really what he was.
And Apple and Amazon are fighting because they want to trademark App Store.
App Store? I need these people to get a life. Aren't they making enough money that they need?
I want to trademark Big Hog Johnson.
I should have trademarked Boss Lady, because you know how many Boss Lady stuff I see now?
Right?
Right? It's out of control.
You know what else I want to trademark?
What?
Them titties!
I thought it was funny because I was making.
By the way, you posted a picture the other day on your Twitter at 305 Miami 6924 of you working out and you were showing all your boob sweat. It looked like a landscape of like the sub-Saharan desert, and you had a little nippy here, and it looked like the moon over the desert. I was like, "Ay, but this is like art. You should get one of your veteran art savvy guys and make that like a portrait."
Oh my God!
You know we're posting it right now. Like,
that thing was hilarious.
I looked at it. I was like, that looks like Joshua Tree.
I was like, what kind of psychology test have you been doing?
We're doing some peyote, and I can see the moon. There's the moon right there.
Yeah, look, you know how it goes. You know how it goes. Yeah.
I know.
Do you see how soft that was?
I've rang the doorbell a couple times.
Not like no clink, 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 clink.
Do you do clamps on your nipples?
Yes.
See, how about wax?
Yes. I'm a masochist. Everybody knows this. That's the problem.
Boogers almost came flat. I do not. My nipples is a no-fly zone.
Yeah, but for guys most of the time. But like literally for me at least, like if you literally like touch it, it's
how about
like,
tickled? Do you like to get tickled?
Yeah, but if you go tee tee tee, then it literally goes tee 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 down there too. It's like they're hooked together. Like
they're wired. One more time.
Not poop poop poop, but
yeah. That's a whole different fetish if you go poop poop poop.
Oh no! The other day,
grab my nipples, poop the bed.
Dude, the other day at 10 in the morning, I'm scrolling through the timeline, which I never really do because I'm always like on the notifications. I'm like living my own little world on Twitter. But I was like, yeah, let me look at this timeline. And at 10 in the morning, and I see somebody taking a deuce. Like a woman on a guy's face. I was like, people, one of my followers.
Get off your timeline.
Somebody.
By the way, I have a question. I have a question for you. You who know everything, and if not, you'll make it up. What does TC mean? What is
Twitter crush?
Twitter crush. Oh.
It's your Twitter crush.
Because everybody, all my friends now have been saying, "Oh, I don't have time for your TC right now," and I'm thinking, thick cock. Twitter crush.
Twitter crush. Yes.
I've got to send some apologies. My bad.
Stay away from Twitter crushes.
Thick culo. Tiny culo.
It's a Twitter crush, and it all brings drama.
Tornado cock. Tornado cock-a-doodle-doo. That's it. I'm trademarking tornado cock.
You should trade. I like that one. Is that when you get like your, when you like? No, that's a helicopter. That's when you.
Dum bum 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 bum.
And if you could do that with your schlong, don't even call me. That's too big.
Can you hang a pillow? I mean, not pillow. Can you hang a towel?
Yeah, and then they do like little exercise.
Hello, everyone.
Like, hey.
Who wants to get clean?
The little pull-ups with the towel. You see the towel going up and down. Guys are so lucky. I've always been, like I love. That's why she boys or he boys or no he's.
She-she's.
He-she's.
The trans.
She-boys.
The tees.
Yeah, that have boobs and a wee-wee. It's like.
I'd never leave the house.
They have the best of both worlds. Because I love my boobs, but man, I would love to be like, oh, look at this thing. Hey, what's going on here? I'd be like flopping with it, like.
That's what happens when you're like 5 years old. I remember I'd
be like trying to spit on it.
I remember my kid.
Let's see if I hit it. If I spit on it, like.
My kid when he was like 3 or 4 years old.
I got problems.
My kid when he was 3 or 4, so he yells, "Daddy, come in the shower!" And he's like, "Oh yeah, check this out." I'm like, "Oh." Part of me was like, "Yes," but part of me was like, "Oh." Hang on, let me go get your mother.
I was with my friend and she has twin sons.
Yeah.
And then so she was changing their diaper and you see like one of the boys just sitting there like just flipping, like just literally like, hey.
Hey man, when you're slanging all that heat, man.
I was like, dude, you're like 2 years old. Like seriously,
hopefully you've got 80 years of slanging that thing around.
It's like a natural instinct with it.
Well, guys. You know what they have things called PPTPs when you change your kids.
Yes, you gotta put that thing so you don't get all over on the urinate.
Well, I remember when my son was born. I don't know anything about kids or nothing. So I tried to change him in the hospital room. So I get him naked, and I said, "Oh, I forgot the diaper." I bend down, and in the time I bent down, he peed and pooped all over the thing, everywhere.
You got to be ready.
So I go to the nurse's station. I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna need a new crib." "Oh, honey, you mean a new mattress pad?" No, a new crib. My man just peed and pooped everywhere. He's ready for college.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then coincidentally, I did that night too.
Cochino! No.
Love it.
That's awful. Awful. Peed and pooed in the bed. Grown-ass man.
No, never.
No.
I can barely poo in the toilet.
Why? Because the schlong gets in the way.
Always.
I knew you were going to say some crap like that.
Always.
Chico,
I remember when I had surgery, the guy said, "Hey, don't lift anything heavy for like 2 weeks." I said, "So I got to pee sitting down?" So J-Lo's been everywhere. I heard J-Lo's going to win an Oscar for her striptease movie, Hustler. I heard it's that good.
I haven't seen it. Is it out yet? I don't even know if it's out yet.
From what I've heard.
I've seen the commercials.
Now, do we see her in a thong? That's the question.
If in that case, I'll be the first. I'm strictly dickly, but there's two women, J-Lo and Shakira. Shakira, because she could dance like all hell.
Because hips don't lie. Even though that girl never wears shoes.
You don't have to wear shoes? I know you and your heels. You and your heels. But J-Lo, man, let me tell you, when I work out, I'm like, I got to get a J-Lo booty. J-Lo booty. That's all.
Well,
that's my...
J-Lo is amazing.
And now she's 50 and she looks amazing.
Well, she's making the stripper movie. She's
executive producer for a bunch of shows.
Right, the dance show.
She's a huge entrepreneur.
And now the word is, because obviously the Super Bowl is coming here to Miami.
Hey, 305, baby.
Super Bowl Live, Super Bowl 54. Mm-hmm. Ironic, we have a nightclub here called Live.
I wonder if that's a coinky-dinky.
But the rumor is that J-Lo is going to be the halftime show for the Super Bowl here in Miami.
I would not be surprised.
That makes a lot of sense to me, right?
Yes.
It's been J-Lo's year.
And it's her second home, basically.
Right? She actually owns a piece of the Miami Dolphins.
That's right. I like to own a piece of her booty.
Now, while that...
My bad. I said that out loud.
Attaboy, A-Rod.
Dreams do happen.
I still can't get that picture out of my head of J-Lo, A-Rod, and Mark Anthony posing for a picture together.
It's funny.
A-Rod in his Yankee uniform and Mark Anthony in some weird, ill-fitting Mets hat.
My favorite, no, that was funny, but my favorite thing from all time is that video that they ask him, like, what does he want next?
Yes, when he was like 19, when he was like a rookie.
Young, and then it's like to be with J-Lo or something like that.
El que sabe, sabe.
El que sabe, sabe.
So J-Lo's going to be, now
So it's a rumor, right?
Oftentimes,
the rumor is usually.
Oftentimes, the greatest Super Bowl halftime show was done right here in Miami. It was when Prince in the Rain performed here in Miami. To me, that's the greatest halftime show in Super Bowl history.
Such a great performer.
Now,
rest in peace, my man.
The question is, oftentimes people always mistaken like the halftime show should be something with the city. Well, clearly, that's nonsense because last year it was in Atlanta and you had Maroon 5. No offense to Adam Levine, but okay, Atlanta has it.
Yeah, no.
So I thought to myself, if we were going to have a Super Bowl in Miami like we're going to have in February, what artists?
Why are you bringing my stuff
Well, because
down?
your mic was erect. I want to make sure to hear you. That's how
it works. Everything gets erect next to me.
Your mic was pointing north. So who are because to me, if J-Lo, and I don't have a problem with J-Lo being the halftime show in Miami, but you got to have some more Miami people.
Yeah, but J-Lo's very Miami too. So
right, no, absolutely. It makes all the sense in the world. But
I think there's a lot of Miami people that they would not put on there.
What do you mean?
Because they wouldn't.
How about Uncle Luke?
You damn Skippy.
How about Uncle Luke? Uncle Luke would be great as the halftime show at the Super Bowl.
Uncle Luke, Uncle Luke still owes me tailgate party time.
We're tweeting you, Uncle Luke.
I'm waiting for you, Uncle Luke.
Uncle Luke, I can see Uncle Luke on the show.
Honestly, like think about.
I would gladly leave my spot here and let Uncle Luke take over this microphone.
I'd be in trouble.
Put in them Duke. Put in them Duke.
You need to bail money then.
That's it. That's it. Of course, you won't take me on one of those tailgates with you. Selfish.
Yes, that's not true. You're free to come now. You won't be finding me. You got to keep up. I got to move around.
Where's boss lady? See, I'm the guy at the club that has the bottle service, so I don't have to walk around. You're the girl that's, let's dance some more.
I like to go. I'm the people, with the people.
I'm a man of the people, just my people.
You're like at the club with the bottle service, blah, blah.
Claro.
I'll be like, bottle right here out in the parking lot. Lot pimping.
Listen, once you've had sex in an alley, it's all bets are off.
I haven't done that one yet. Maybe next month.
Well, if you play your cards right, you never know. So what about Gloria Estefan? I mean, granted, she's 135 years old, but I think Gloria could do it.
Gloria,
get on your feet.
It'll be good. Oh my God, you're aging yourself. You're aging yourself.
Me? I'm not aging myself. That's Gloria Estefan.
But you're singing it. And
okay,
you know
okay. Would you like me to do a new Gloria Estefan song?
Yes.
Wait, there is none.
I think that we would do. I mean, if you're gonna
Bad Boys. What was that Bad Boys thing she did with the cats or whatever?
Que eso? No, I don't even know what you're talking about at all. Now you're really like just out there. I would do. Okay, so Uncle Luke. Who else?
Gloria. Pitbull.
Pitbull, yeah. Oh well, Pitbull's gonna definitely be. If J-Lo's in there, Pitbull's in there. They're like BFFs.
Is Pitbull played out though?
No.
Like I saw
Pitbull's taking a break lately, so I think it's good because I think that's the thing.
He was in Billy Corben's documentary, some little kid playing.
Oh my God, yeah. I think it's good. I think it's good when artists do they're all out. And
I got a wild card for you.
They take a little break.
John Cicada.
No. Hey John, you were great back in the good old days, but no, that's already.
So was Gloria.
But Gloria is different though. Gloria is a big.
The Mammy Sound Machine.
Exactly, literally, that's the name of her. That was the name of her group. Come on now.
Mark Anthony.
I could see that, but if J-Lo's gonna be there, I know that they're BFFs still.
But yeah, like Mark Anthony has a concert here, and then J-Lo will show up, and vice versa. Why not?
No, I'm sure, but I don't think so for the Super Bowl.
Why not?
I don't know. I mean,
and now this is all.
He does have a good song. Though.
Is this the Jay-Z influence? Because Jay-Z signed a big.
Jay-Z's got a lot of people hating on him lately.
Well, because Jay-Z signed a deal with the NFL, and the idea was this is very mafia. This
is very much Power. Do you watch the show Power?
Sure.
On Stars?
No, but it's very much Godfather too.
This is very much.
There's a scene in Godfather where Michael Corleone owns all the casinos, and the guy who's allegedly playing Frank Sinatra, the guy comes over and says, "Listen, here's a contract. You're going to appear at my casino twice a year, and tell some of your friends to show up too." That's what the NFL did with Jay-Z. Here, we're gonna let you buy a piece of the team and tell your friends to play the halftime show, will you?
Bueno.
Again, and I think that's part of what this is.
Maybe you don't know. I mean, sometimes you got to look at the bigger picture. What's the end goal here? So we'll see. But
the end goal is Jay-Z's getting rich.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Rich.
I'm telling you, it's like Power. I've been watching that show. I got caught up already.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is. All of a sudden, I'm acting like if I'm like part of the.
Would you see Smoley?
No, he wasn't in that. That's Empire.
Oh, that's Empire.
Not Power. Power's
My
on
bad.
Stars. No,
My
it's a
bad.
different show. Now that I finished watching, I like walk out. I'm like looking, see, I'm like, is anybody gonna shoot me? Like if I'm like a drug dealer, all of a sudden
I
I'm
gotta
like,
get. I gotta
like,
get.
No,
I
don't
gotta
be
get
dirty.
into. I gotta get into Claws. You know the Claws show?
No,
You don't know Claws?
no. What show is that?
It's on Turner. It's about these ghettoific nail salon owners, and they're in with the Russian mob. That's to me. That's you, Claws. Claws. I could see you. I could see you doing that.
No, look, mine are not that big. You gotta be able to get to certain places without scratching stuff up. No DNA traces.
So I approve of J-Lo at the halftime show.
I approve as well.
I approve.
Not John.
But A-Rod can't come.
A-Rod's definitely gonna come. He posts all. He's always like cheering.
A-Rod can't come.
He records all her stuff, like when she's like dancing. They're so cute together, though. They really are. I like him a lot for her. It's adorable. It's adorbs. Must be nice to be rich,
So-
loaded,
Well,
and good looking.
Trust me. It's not all that it cracks up to be. I struggle with it every day. So, speaking of J-Lo and A-Rod knowing each other's businesses because they're public figures.
Yeah. We all know their business.
I thought about this. Like there was a study. You know, I love me some studies.
I know.
Okay, DrEd.com.
That sounds super official.
That sounds very
That sounds like some
legit.
Harvard stuff right there.
It's a UK-based health and sexual wellness site,
Okay.
and they surveyed 1,000 people, and the premise was: should you tell your spouse or the person you're starting to date, not spouse, the person you're starting to date,
All right.
how many sexual partners you've had before that person? And here's what's interesting: 22% of the men in the survey of 1,000 people said that they would lie about their sexual past and undersell the number of women they've been with once they've hit 16 or more. Okay?
I would think guys would say more because they want. Well,
Well, no, because you don't want
yeah,
you don't want to come off like a hoe.
Okay, so I guess women are doing the same thing.
Well, 23% of the women in this survey said they would undersell the number of partners once they've reached 10 different dudes, because then they would be scandalous.
yes,
74,
double standards.
74% of men, 76% of women say they would be painfully honest and just tell the truth. Liars. Liars. 30% of the survey said they wouldn't even share that information. That's me.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, unless the person
I don't want to know.
unless the person that I'm with is really like has a hard on over finding out how much.
No,
I wouldn't
it's none of
say
your
anything
business.
because what does it matter? What matters is are you STD free?
What matters is that pencil skirt over there. But that's here at Tank Brewing. Tank Brewing. You gotta come down.
As long as you're STD free, you're wanting to be with the person, then that's it.
I will always remember a friend of the show, Melissa Waggy.
Mm-hmm.
Gorgeous. Just
Yes.
ridiculous. Legs
Yeah, she's
forever.
very beautiful.
Tremendo cuerpazo.
Very beautiful.
And she told me that when she starts to date somebody, before she sleeps with them, they set up a date to go and get tested.
And that's how it should be.
Now you're all for that.
I'm all for it, especially after this past weekend.
What?
Because it freaks you out. You get unnecessary stress for no damn reason.
Well, no.
Thank you, negative.
I would tend to differ. You get stressed because of a reason.
No, even
Because
if,
you had random sex with Rando.
No.
Not Rajon
no,
Rondo, but
no,
Ricky Rando.
No. It's still protected, but you're like the person. I'm obsessed with. I'm like paranoid more of it with STDs. So yeah, I think that the best thing is to go. You're with somebody, go set up that date, get tested, boom, boom, done, and then you.
Well, you're like a porn star. A porn star has to get tested every 30 days.
And that's, you know what? I should have become a porn star. I wouldn't have ever stressed out about anything then. It would have been great.
Oh, it's just like this, except you have your clothes on. Great, take your clothes off.
No.
How much for a BGG?
BGG.
Boy, girl. How about a GGG?
No, I wouldn't.
How about a
never.
BBG?
I'm allergic to
How about
kitty cats.
how about a BBW?
I am a BBW.
You are. How about a BBC?
Oh, that's already got that. Hey, boo.
Oh, the stories these walls could tell.
I'll tell you
Not
about
these
some-
walls. These are good walls here.
I'll
at
tell you
Tank Brewing.
different walls that can't tell no stories after a BBC. Those walls don't want anything to do with that anymore. It's like, no, this is too much. This is too much. Stop, boss lady, stop.
No, I'm not going to say it. So that'll be on our paywall site.
That's going to be on our onlyfans.com or whatever.
Receipts.
Everybody kept telling me, like, oh, you should get a OnlyFans. Have you seen these things?
Well, we should get a Patreon. Is that what they call?
What the hell's that?
A Patreon site. How could you not know about a Patreon site?
I don't know. What is this?
Maybe I'm saying
is this a sugar daddy?
No, kind
Padron? Like Padron, the tequila shot?
Like patronage, like you're patronizing a business or a company or something. Well, a lot of people have something called a Patreon site where you put up content like this. Of course, we're on YouTube, so you can get us, and we invite you to log on. We do it old school, like Booze Bandage and Win with Sports, who sponsor this program. Right. But for Patreon, basically, it's a subscription site. So whether it's some girl who's going to show you her butt every 2 weeks.
Oh,
you
and then
you subscribe to it, and then she'll send you exclusive content, and you pay it through her little Patreon site.
I see. No, I did not know about this.
Neither did I. This. I was reading National Geographic, and it was.
I was gonna say, how do we know about this, there, JRod?
A lot of wannabe boss ladies there, but only one boss lady.
That's right.
Aki. Hey, but again, if we met, and I said, how many guys have you had sex with? You would say to me?
Yeah, I would tell you, like, if we were, like, talking, you really want to know, like, for real, like, it's something that you're really, I'll tell you the truth. But if not, like, if it's like, okay, no, I'm fine with it, I wouldn't say it. Well, it's not really a big deal. It doesn't matter. I always say everybody's a virgin until they sleep with me. So, what? I like to talk a lot of garbage.
You mean the hymen comes down, the curtain comes down again, and then boom. No, listen. To me, the past is the past. It is none of your business. Like
it doesn't matter how does it change anything.
Maybe I am being bad here, but to me, anyone that would ask is either hasn't been with a lot of people.
I think they're just
or is trying to find a way to sort of dehumanize you. To me, whether you've been with one person or 100 people,
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. That's before me.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not against, all right, we should all go get tested.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. So as long as everybody's, like, safe and healthy, okay, so that's different information. You don't have to know how many people.
The brewery is kicking. The brewery is working. There's an actual brewery here at Tank Brewing Company.
So, yeah, as long as you're healthy and stuff like that, and that's it. You don't have to say how many partners you've been with. How does that change anything? Is it going to...
And for a guy... Typical. Here's why, guys. Don't get suckered into this thing. Because if you say too many to try to make yourself feel good, then the girl's going to be like, este tipo es tremendo player. And if you say not enough, then you're going to be like, este tremendo
I'm pretty sure girls usually
good. To me, I don't care.
Yeah, but there's not every guy is like you because if a woman has, like, let's say that you say, oh, you've had 30, and I say I've had 30, oh, boss lady's tremenda skank.
And for me, I'm like, oh, tremendo party boy.
Exactly, the double standard. That's why women get drinks for free at the bar, because we at least got to get something for these double standards.
I'll be honest with you. Like I would want somebody with some experience. I would want somebody that knows what they're doing.
Know what they're doing, exactly.
So that way, when the thumb goes in the bunghole, they're not like, oye, ¿qué es esto? Take it out, I can't breathe.
Hey, take it out, I can't breathe. But they're breathing through their butt? What? What's going on
I know people
there?
that talk through their butt. I'll get you next week. Speaking of next week back for more JRod and the Boss Lady. Don't forget, every Sunday, brand new JRod and the Boss Lady. Every Wednesday, the Spanish word of the day. And on Fridays now, thanks to our friends at Win with Sports, we've got NFL picks. So hit us up on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, and SoundCloud. Anywhere you get your fine podcasts. And of course, always on YouTube, JRod and the Boss Lady. You going to behave yourself this week?
Why?
Good, that's why I agree. Meanwhile, we're going to enjoy the continued festivities here at Tank Brewing Company in Miami. Hit them up at thetankbrewing.com. Great place. They got a little swag here. They got a cigar bar, guys. I didn't realize they had a cigar. That's like that's like burying the lead here, that they actually have a cigar bar.
It's really nice, cool place.
Yeah, I love it. Very games here. They're gonna have a big Oktoberfest celebration. So if you're in Miami,
they have Nintendo to play too.
The Oktoberfest celebration is happening. Go to thetankbrewing.com or Twitter and Instagram, The Tank Brewing. For Boss Lady, I'm JRod. We'll be back again next Sunday. We've got another lounge set up for next week. Are you ready?
I'm always ready. Hey!
Remember, be good. And if you're going to be bad, you better call us.